The insane true origins of 10 fast food giants you eat every week. Fast food is a trillion-dollar industry, but none of these famous chains started by selling burgers or fried chicken. Some began with milkshakes, some with hot dogs, one with a Bible verse, and one at age 65 with only $87 in the bank. Here are the 10 most insane true origin stories of fast food empires. Let's go! McDonald's. Started by a milkshake machine salesman, 1940, two brothers, Dick and Mac McDonald, opened a tiny barbecue restaurant in California. It's doing okay, until a salesman named Ray Kroc shows up selling multi-mixers, machines that make 5 milkshakes at once. He sees the brothers' super-fast, speedy service system and begs them to franchise. They say no. Ray buys the entire company from them in 1961 for $2.7 million. The brothers keep the original location, but Ray opens another McDonald's right across the street and runs them out of business. Today, the original McDonald's is a museum that isn't even owned by McDonald's. KFC. Colonel Sanders started at 65 with an $87 Social Security check. Harlan Sanders is fired from dozens of jobs, goes bankrupt, and at 65 gets his first Social Security check, $87. He decides to sell his chicken recipe door-to-door to restaurants. Gets rejected over 1,000 times. Finally, one says yes. He sleeps in his car, cooks in restaurants' kitchens, and takes a nickel royalty per chicken. By 1964, he has 600 franchises and sells the company for $2 million, about $20 million today. The Colonel hated the new gravy so much he called it wallpaper paste. Subway. Started to pay for medical school. 1965, 17-year-old Fred DeLuca needs money for college. Family friend Dr. Peter Buck lends him $1,000 and says, "Open a sandwich shop." First store is called Pete's Super Submarines. Goal, 32 stores in 10 years. They now have over 37,000 locations in more than 100 countries. Fred never finished medical school. Domino's. From Bible verse to $13 billion. 1960. Tom Monaghan buys a tiny pizza place called Dominic's for $900. The original owner chooses the name because he likes the Bible verse Dominus, Latin for Lord. Tom changes it to Domino's. In the 80s, he promises 30 minutes or it's free. Causes so many car crashes they cancel the policy. Tom later sells the company for $1 billion and gives almost all of it to Catholic charities. Starbucks. Named after a character in Moby Dick. 1971. 3 guys open a coffee bean store in Seattle. They name it after Starbuck, the first made in Moby Dick, because it sounded nautical. They sell 0 coffee drinks, only beans and equipment. Howard Schultz joins, goes to Italy, sees espresso bars, begs them to sell drinks. They fire him. He starts his own chain, then buys Starbucks for $3.8 million and turns it into the empire we know. Burger King. Began as Instabroiler. 1953. 2 guys in Jacksonville, Florida, buy the rights to a burger machine called Instabroiler. They open Insta Burger King. The machines keep breaking, they go broke, sell to 2 franchisees who rename it Burger King, and create the Whopper in 1957 for 37 cents. Taco Bell. Started by a hot dog stand owner. Glenn Bell owns a hot dog stand across from a Mexican place. He watches the line and thinks, "I can do that." Starts selling 19-cent tacos from a side window. McDonald's Ray Kroc tries to buy him out. Glenn says no. Today, Taco Bell is worth $15 billion and once made a taco shell out of Doritos just because. Wendy's. Named after a daughter who couldn't say her R's. Dave Thomas opens his first restaurant in 1969 and names it after his 8-year-old daughter Melinda Lou, nicknamed Wendy, because she couldn't pronounce her own name. The red-haired girl on the logo is real. It's her. Dunkin'. Originally sold coffee to factory workers at 5 cents. 1948. William Rosenberg opens a donut shop for factory workers who need cheap breakfast. Coffee is 5 cents, donuts 5 cents. Original name, Open Kettle. A customer says the coffee is so good you dunk your donut in it. Name changed to Dunkin' Donuts. Chipotle. Started with an $85,000 loan from Dad. 1993. Steve Els is a chef who loves San Francisco burritos. His dad gives him $85,000 from his savings. Steve plans to use the money to open a real fine dining restaurant. But first he tests a tiny burrito shop. It makes more money in 1 month than he expected in a year. He never opens the fancy restaurant. Today Chipotle is worth $60+ billion. Bonus rapid fire. Sonic Drive. Inn started as a root beer stand. Papa John's began in a broom closet. Chick-fil-A was invented because the founder couldn't open on Sundays, so he made a chicken sandwich that cooks fast. From milkshake machines to social security checks, from hot dog stands to broom closets, every fast food giant you love started tiny, weird, and usually broke. Which origin shocked you the most? Comment below. I read every single one. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Next week we're doing clothing brands that started even crazier. See you there!